Once upon a time, there was a team of auditors at a mid-sized firm called Apex Audits. The firm had a reputation for thorough and efficient financial audits, but as the business world grew more complex, so did the risks of fraud. One day, the team was assigned to audit a large company, Vertica Tech, which had been growing rapidly. As the team dove into the financial records, everything seemed normal at first glance, but something about the numbers didn't sit right with Sarah, the lead auditor. She had learned from experience that fraud could be hidden in the smallest details, so she decided to dig deeper. The first challenge Sarah faced was the complexity of fraud. The company's financial statements were neat, but as she reviewed more documents, she noticed subtle irregularities. It reminded her of how sophisticated fraudsters could manipulate data, sometimes even colluding with other departments to cover their tracks. Her team was also under tight deadlines, and with limited resources, they struggled to thoroughly review every line item. But Sarah knew that rushing through could mean missing key red flags. She asked the team to slow down, encouraging them to focus on quality over speed. Next, they faced data overload. Vertica Tech's records spanned multiple systems, and the sheer volume of information was overwhelming. The company's complex financial software made it difficult to trace certain transactions, but Sarah used her knowledge of data analytics to help the team narrow down the data and flag unusual patterns. As the investigation deepened, the team uncovered weaknesses in Vertica Tech's internal controls. Employees were resistant to adopting tighter controls because they felt it slowed down operations, and this attitude allowed small, seemingly innocent mistakes to snowball into fraudulent activities that had gone unnoticed. Sarah also noticed a cultural issue at the company. The sales team was under immense pressure to meet targets, and rumors circulated about questionable practices to meet quotas. The company lacked a strong whistleblower program, and employees were hesitant to speak up. Sarah knew that this created the perfect environment for fraud to thrive. Adding to the challenge, new regulations had recently been introduced, and Sarah's team had to adjust their audit approach to comply with these evolving standards. But there was variability in how these regulations were being interpreted, which created gaps in their approach to fraud detection. Another obstacle was the technological challenges the team faced. Although there were advanced fraud detection tools available, the auditors weren't fully trained in using them effectively. Sarah realized that to stay ahead of emerging fraud schemes, they needed to continually upgrade their skills and understanding of emerging technologies. Moreover, some of the team members had cognitive biases. They assumed that certain departments within Vertica Tech were less likely to commit fraud based on their reputation, and this bias almost caused them to overlook critical indicators. But Sarah emphasized the importance of approaching every audit with professional skepticism. As they continued their work, they encountered communication barriers. Vertica Tech had a culture of information silos, where departments didn't share vital information, making it harder to get a full picture of the company's operations. This lack of transparency meant that important details related to fraud were being missed. Finally, Sarah reflected on the need for more training. While the team was skilled in general auditing, they lacked specialized knowledge in modern fraud detection techniques. Sarah decided to push for more investment in training and continuous education for her team so they could stay ahead of the constantly evolving landscape of financial fraud. In the end, after weeks of digging and overcoming these challenges, Sarah's team uncovered fraudulent activity within Vertica Tech's sales department. The company had been inflating its revenue by recording fake sales, and the fraud had been masked through collusion between several employees. Thanks to Sarah's persistence and her team's willingness to face the numerous challenges head-on, they not only uncovered the fraud but also provided recommendations to strengthen Vertica Tech's internal controls, improve transparency, and foster a healthier corporate culture. The experience taught them that while fraud detection in audits was never easy, a proactive approach, combined with continuous learning and collaboration, was the key to safeguarding the integrity of financial reporting.